If you could shrink anything and take it with you at any time, what would it be?
My luggage.
My house.
My bed.
Food.
What is happening?
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. No, let's not get into that. Well, let's get into it.
He said his
I don't know if he
How
just-
small do you want your
did
food to be?
Did it make it?
Yeah, well, the lunchbox is
Food,
big.
He has,
you're
like,
always hungry, so you can just carry
Do the
it around.
calories
That's
stay?
clutch.
The
Like-
amount of calories
yeah.
stay in.
It's like a
in the
little
food.
snack.
What kind of food are you taking with you that like
Yeah.
you can't?
Like
You
the
have to
lunchbox.
shrink it to
the-
take it with you.
The
He
I
wants,
mean,
like,
you just have
300
food
hot
ready
dogs.
to go like anytime
Like
you
what?
want. I don't know, like knickknacks.
Okay, literally knickknacks are like small pocket things.
Yeah, but you can make it even smaller. You know?
He can eat 200 instead
Yeah.
of 20.
You said luggage.
Yeah.
Just,
I think
just a whole like
Like,
suitcase
Yeah, where are
full-
you going?
yeah, like let's say you want to go like Pakistan, you come back, or like internationally, then like
oh, because
all those
all of your luggage is always
But
overweight.
who? But
it's
someone
like,
would
you
plan
wanna
like a
take
trip
more,
like
you know?
that, though.
You want to bring stuff back. You want to take more stuff.
But you
like-
don't plan that like, in a day. Oh, I want to go to Pakistan today. Good thing I have my handy small baggage ready
no,
to go.
but you can shrink it at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like calm down.
And you can put like other luggages in that luggage.
See,
What was-
it's-
what was your
it's-
answer?
it's
I said at
reasonable.
my house.
Your house?
That was
the
pretty-
whole thing.
The whole thing.
But where can you like? The thing is,
Everything.
you gotta resize that to make it big.
You took
again.
that from
You're gonna-
Ant-Man.
You're gonna
Well,
have to find a space.
Can I like adjust the size or just go back to normal
It's like
size?
small and then
you,
big.
you always think too technically.
Because then like I'm screwed because then I have to go like Midwest.
You're taking a whole house with you, bro.
Like, what if the
say
stu-
you're in the city?
Dude, Airbnb
Say you're in
to
New York
go.
City. You're like, oh, I gotta
Yo.
find a place to like warp this.
and then do it. And
Yeah, because
just
Shamir
move.
doesn't like to poop in public, so he can just warp his house.
Yes,
over.
Yes,
the
that's-
toilet.
Oh, that's
A
actually a
porta
good
potty.
one.
That's a
actually
good one. That's
Yeah,
fire.
I said my bed. I feel like your bed is always sort of a good.
No, like what's wrong with other people's beds? I'm sure people have better beds too.
There's plenty of times where I've been like waiting somewhere that I'm just like, man, if I wish I had my bed with me right now. Like,
Okay.
not
I
other,
like that.
if I'm sleeping at someone's place, I'm not.
What, you're like waiting
oh,
at the
let me-
doctor's office and you just like throw your bed?
Yeah,
That
if you
was
want
like
a
a
quick,
nap.
quick power
Yeah,
nap.
probably.
I got a nice mattress now, bro.
Dude,
That's
I
true.
think that's lame.
Quick power
I
nap.
You should
think
be
the-
able to
I
sleep
think the
anywhere.
house is
The
the
house
lamest
is
one.
no really.
No, food is the lamest
Yeah,
one.
Nah,
house was
that's
good.
clutch.
I would have done house too.
Yeah,
House is a good one.
everything is included. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to an episode of Strange Flavors. My name is Shimmer,
I'm FARAS.
I'm Ahmed.
And I'm Dower.
and this is brought to you by Alif Theory. You
Thank-
can
I was gonna say we acknowledge the guests over here.
the guests.
Yeah,
I'm not the guest. I'm the co-host for today.
the co-host Dower.
Amber's the
he's been
guest.
Amber's been a
Yes.
co-host a few times before. Yeah, Amber's not here. She's currently in LA. You would think that she's living a nice glamorous life, but no, she's actually just making both of her knees bleed by trying to do catwalks and
Fake
Tripping.
news.
falling.
Fake news.
Over her own foot. What? Fake
It
news?
was a publicity stunt.
Pablo.
Whoa.
It was a Pablo.
This guy's like TMZ, like just
Yeah.
making up his own.
Conspiracy
news.
theory. Amber Khan.
Yeah.
Amber will be back next episode, but for now, we're gonna be answering your questions that you sent in. But before that,
Before that, yes, make sure to send in your music to strangeflavorspodcast@gmail.com, or if you have any awesome stories or anything, send it over there. And also be sure to leave a like and subscribe to our podcast app and on SoundCloud. We are now also on the Anchor app, and like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube. So
yes, sir. We have a show coming up in Bryn Mawr this coming Saturday, March 2nd in Philly. If you're around the area, come out and see us perform there. It'll be linked in the description about the date and time. We actually just got back from our show in New York. We had quite a time
yeah, it was
on that trip.
it was a
Very
lot.
interesting.
We
That
were
was
all
a-
there.
that was a fun trip.
It was a dance competition,
Yeah.
and we were like the performers, I guess, as the
the closing act.
closing act, rap performers. You know.
Yeah. It was a fun performance. The funny part was that it was a lot of Indian people there. And of course we love all people, including Indians, because Pakistani and Indian people happen to have this dumb beef with each other. But it was funny because we didn't know that. And we had our set list lined up so that we performed Packy Gang at the end. And we were kind of like, yo, is this going to be okay to like, there's a lot of Indian people here, like us performing Packy Gang. But then we kind of like use that to our advantage and be like, you know what, like guys, we have this dumb thing going on and we want to always promote peace and positivity amongst ourselves. So we hope you like this. And they were very supportive. It was an awesome performance.
Definitely.
It was
Also,
a lot
I
of
think it
fun.
was funny because right before we were going on, we wanted to do this like powder throwing, like LeBron James thing.
Oh yeah.
So Faras brought like, he had the idea of bringing baby powder in a plastic bag. And so we had it in the back on the side, and it looks like cocaine, like in the back. And so one of the, the
Techies,
the
yeah.
techies, they came and she was like, what is that? And Dower, Faras, and I, we like froze for like 10 seconds, and we're like, oh God. And we're like, oh, it's just baby powder. It's just baby powder. She's like, okay, I'm glad like it wasn't anything else.
Bro, we're about that rock star life. Like backstage, do a line before we go on.
Little
What's
pre-coke.
wrong with that?
That was the second instance. The first instance.
Oh, you guys were in the hotel room.
The first instance didn't get resolved. Let me tell you that.
What happened in the first
So
instance?
Shamir was like, "Oh, let's do this like funny like skit or whatever," and it was like I had to put like the baby powder on my nose, so it looks like I was snorting cocaine or whatever. And the one lady who's supposed to be like chaperoning or like
Yeah, she was our liaison.
Liaison, yeah. And she walks in the middle of the skit, and we turn around, and it's like the same thing, like bag of cocaine, and there's like shot glasses that were
Did
there.
she say anything?
She
ignored it.
She ignored it. She like fully just.
But you could hear the awkwardness in her voice. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
So
Is this not a good
Oh,
time?
like she thought you guys
Yeah.
were really like.
Yeah. And then she just
Dang.
said what she had to say and closed the door. And then in Shamir's blog, it says, what did it say? It said, "Oh, don't worry, we told her. We never told her
We never
this
told
kid."
her. She
So I
still
think
to this
to this day, she thinks like we're just like a bunch of
that's
crackheads
great.
or something.
And
That's
we were
funny.
giggling.
No, but it was a good trip. We also did a secret little recording of something the next 2 days in collaboration with Brown Girl Magazine. So look forward to whatever that may be. I think some of you guys may have guessed it already, but it's gonna be coming up in the next month. So be sure to look out for that. Anyways, before we get to the questions, I want to talk. You guys watched that show? Well, we watched it.
Yeah, it's about
You're
that.
obsessed with
yeah.
it.
It's
Dower.
about that like guy who's like obsessed with this girl and stalks her and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone like actually compared me to that guy.
Why, you're
Recently.
stalking somebody?
Who are you
No,
stalking?
I don't get.
Like,
she's like,
like
why?
how hot you are?
Why are you
Or,
nervous
like-
and shaking your leg right now? Just
Look at this, like,
It's
whoa.
quivering.
He's been
Like,
exposed.
No, someone was like,
Who are you stalking?
like, no, this is a friend from high school. They were like, oh yeah, that show like you're kind of like that guy. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not going after anybody. What is this? Like, no, it's like similar like personality traits. So I want to ask you guys like,
What, like?
I was
What do
like
you
really
mean?
thinking about that. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what is he? I didn't even watch the show really like that. You guys watched it more than me, but I mean, is he?
like very observant.
They were saying it like,
and
oh
then-
no, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, what's the?
Like all I see was that guy was very observant, and then he like, it was very
But
like
he's like a
manipulated,
creep.
well
It's
planned
he's like
out.
psychotic because
Okay.
he thinks like what he's doing
It's
is
cute.
not cute. He thinks it's like for the good of the other person,
Okay.
but he doesn't realize like the extremes that he's taking it.
But if you just take the instance away and just look at what he does, so he's like very like well planned, well thought out, like that. I think she meant
And willing
or
to
he
do
meant
anything for
in
this
that
person. Like
aspect.
he murdered 2 people for this person.
Does
Okay,
she- does
like,
she
Well,
mean,
you
I don't-
spoiled the show.
Does she mean like that
And you spoiled
character
for us.
for someone else, or like
He's been
for instance,
exposed.
like I said, like well planned out and like very like conscientious, like
Yeah.
that.
I
kind
don't
of
know,
stuff.
bro. But I'm not a psycho.
He's
like-
slick.
No, we know you're not, but
We know
It's
you
a-
are.
I think the wording is kind
But
of.
is that
confusing.
or is that not a weird comparison?
Yeah, it is.
No, that's a really weird comparison.
Also, the main guy was like kind of romanticized, so maybe she's
What
like.
do you mean?
Like, obviously.
well,
the-
they made like sexual predating like romantic in that.
Yeah.
Predating?
I don't know if that's what it was.
Predatorial.
Predatorial aspects. Or something.
aspects. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why they try to make it as a good thing.
I don't know, man. It's
That's
weird.
That's a weird.
Did she give,
That's
or he
weird.
or she give you a
That's
further
that's
explanation?
regardless. That's just a bad
Like,
PR
yeah.
move.
Did they ask you like?
compared to
You're
him.
like this cute stalker. Like, that's.
I've heard David Dobrik get compared to like Ted Bundy, and like there's and I don't know. It's just weird to compare somebody to like
Oh
a
my
killer
gosh!
or
I actually want
psychotic
to
person.
talk about like that Ted Bundy stuff. Like, you know how like
the Zac Efron.
the Zac Efron like movie stuff. You guys like
Yeah.
seen it, right?
No,
I'm not a fan.
Okay, I don't know anything about Ted Bundy. I just knew that like he's goes after young girls, and like he was very charming or whatever, and was just a serial killer, and it's crazy. But you know, all these Netflix documentaries and stuff are like coming out like about these serial killers, kind of like glorifying them and like
Oh, okay,
profiting off
yeah.
of that.
Like it's giving them the attention that they wanted.
That one that about what's his name, Versace, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is
That one
it-
was
is
good.
that the story of? Doesn't that like kind of highlight the
That serial killer.
the killer
Killer.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like weird because it might like, you know, promote somebody to be like, yo.
Yeah,
Why?
I see what you're saying. It's like even when you were talking about the guy from You, like you're saying that he's like romanticized, and you're seeing it from his perspective, right?
Yeah, and it's like it's kind of bad, but sometimes you're just like, oh, I see why he did that, and you're not supposed to feel like that.
Yeah, I remember like I was actually editing while you guys were watching that, and I heard you say over and over like, "Oh man, I don't want to like him, but I do now."
Yeah, maybe I'm just that weird.
Okay, so Shameer's more like that guy for me, not me.
Shameer's
I'm the
turning-
serial killer, but like, you know, it's still interesting to watch though.
Yeah. There is a lot of criminals amongst us currently. I keep hearing different people pop up in the news with R. Kelly. He finally got put in jail for the video that got
Oh.
leaked
Yeah.
with the girl. So they were saying it was child pornography.
He
and-
couldn't pay for his $100,000 bail.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
You know that?
Didn't he
He's-
turn
that's
himself
crazy.
in?
Yeah, he turned himself in, but he couldn't pay for his bail.
So he's
Wow.
he's got his
'cause all of his
second night now in
Tours are getting
jail.
canceled and stuff.
I mean,
How's
how's
the internet reacting? Do you know?
The internet, bro. I don't know because like with our post,
We're
on
still
R.
getting
Kelly,
comments
We're still getting
on-
like R. Kelly fans that are like going after us. They're
Someone
going
said
in on
"F
us.
you" on our
What?
latest post.
That's
like
crazy.
we're just here to talk about like what's going on, and obviously that's not okay to do. I mean, that's my whole point about like him and like MJ or whoever. It's just, like they're humans, guys. We're allowed to like have these conversations. They're not gods. So I mean, whatever they may have done as far as artistry, whatever, like that's fine. It still stands, but like you got to take it as it is. But there's also you guys hear about Jussie Smollett, I think is how you say it, with the guy from Empire.
What exactly happened? He like framed him.
Yeah.
So he
This guy
faked
is
his
crazy.
own
He
hate
basically
crime.
faked a hate crime to get a higher wage for himself in the show.
Yeah, he wanted like higher
So
pay.
he
and stuff.
hired two white guys to
No,
no,
they're-
Nigerian.
Yeah, they were
two
Nigerian.
Nigerians.
Two Nigerians,
yeah.
He hired two
But
Nigerians.
I think he wanted them to be white people.
Yeah. He hired two Nigerians to like assault him and then put a noose around him.
And actually, that whole thing was supposed to be caught on camera so that there was proof, but the camera was faced the wrong
Yeah,
way,
he was like,
so they didn't even get it on camera.
That's so stupid.
But my
he's
whole,
an actor
my,
though.
My whole
He should
problem
be
with this
facing the
guy,
camera.
yeah, he should know that. But like the whole problem with this is that there are real people that face hate crimes out there, and then when you have a situation like this, it makes everybody else, like especially I guess the Trump supporters who were blamed for this attack, were like, oh well, see, this guy's faking his hate crime, so like there's probably other people that are. They pretty much dumb down everything else that's happened.
That's real.
That's real.
yeah.
Right.
So it kind of sucks that happened. There's also
Wait, I want to ask you guys, like, if you could fake like an own attack or whatever, what would it be?
I would not do that.
I wouldn't
That's
do
just
that.
Dude, what
stupid.
kind of a question is
A
that?
lion attack.
You know, it'd be hilarious, like if you're like at like a Build-A-Bear workshop or something, and like somebody comes in with a gun, and then like they find, you know, you fake that, and they're like, why were you at Build-A-Bear in the first place? And he's like tries to rob the bear and whatnot. That'd be hilarious.
What?
Okay, I am not following this, and then I don't approve of the. As soon as you said bring a gun into Build-A-Bear, I was like, wait,
Bro, there's
what?
kids there.
It's like kids.
It sounds like Shameer's plotting something.
Yeah.
Oh, FBI.
He's trying to
Look
rob
out,
the
look
Shameer's
out.
bears.
literally a serial killer. You know? Like,
But I had this question that kind of goes along with that guy, the guy from You, because he locked up somebody in a little cell, right? So
Oh,
I was
yeah,
listening
yeah.
to this podcast, and there was these guys that were talking about what if we put somebody in a cell voluntarily to take them away from like Wi-Fi and cell phones and everything, because the rays, we don't know if they can actually cause cancer and stuff. So the only way to test that is to take somebody away from cell phones and Wi-Fi and all that, right? And then it got me thinking, like, is that okay to test if somebody voluntarily does it?
Yeah,
And
it's
for
like-
right now, like a lot of people say that, like, no, you should not be testing humans in that way. But what if they volunteer to do it? And does that? What? Go ahead first, because then I have another point that I want to ask you.
What
if
are you
think-
asking? Like,
Well, like, is it okay to test people in that way if they volunteer to do it?
well,
do you
don't they
think?
do that right now?
I mean, technically, when someone dies, like you can like donate your body to science.
Right.
So that's a way of like testing, but you're dead. But I think if you're alive,
If you're alive.
I think there should be like precautions on not like, because you know people who are on like out on the streets, like homeless, like they don't really have any other, you know, they might be like, I just want to kill myself. Like,
Mhm.
I think you need to do like a psych evaluation and stuff like that. There should be like parameters, you know.
Mhm.
They meet, and then if they want to, they should be able to.
Like protocols
Like they should
to
be,
follow.
they should be
before you do
allowed
it,
to.
yeah.
I think that's the biggest key.
But there's a big argument that's like we should not be like, people don't necessarily know what they're getting into, and like they don't like it shouldn't be up to them, because this should be kind of like an ethics thing. But then it brings into the question that, you know how like
But other people are
when it
not.
comes to, for example, abortion, there's the line that people use that's like my body, my choice.
Right. I was gonna
So
say.
does that apply to
Who are you to tell
testing
me?
in this way?
Yeah. Who are you to tell me what I can and can't do with my body?
Mhm.
Right. It's like you're telling me I should not do this, but if I want to do it, I should be able to. You know.
Like take an
they should
extreme
not-
case like the movie Venom, where
Mhm.
they're testing that actual venom in other people. They don't necessarily know these people that are like
Right.
volunteering to be in that cell, and some people didn't, but say they did volunteer to be in there. They don't know what they're getting themselves into.
I think
You know,
they
so-
should let them know, like, this is the drug, this is what it could do.
Mhm.
And then from there, be like, okay, do you want to do it or not? Like,
Yeah.
tell them, like, this is what it could do to you, but this is what it could cure.
Mm.
And then from there, it's up to them.
I guess
But I
it's like
think that's like,
it's a
you have-
weird line.
You'd have to highly regulate that because, you know, companies out there be scheming and they won't tell, they'll hide stuff, and, like, they get away with so much stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially, like, pharmaceuticals.
I want to know what you guys
so-
think, if you have any opinions on this or see any sort of testing that exists. Yeah. Did you have something you want to bring up before we go into the questions?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so let's move on to these questions. And again, feel free to send us questions at any time through our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're at Strange Flavors on everything. Or you can email us. We'll take any sort of like advice you want, questions you want to answer, personal stuff, stories,
All the
or recommendations at any time. And you can always remain anonymous if you'd like. Okay, so let's start from the bottom to the top. Masuma says, y'all are the only podcast I enjoy.
Aw.
Masuma,
Wow, thank you.
thank you very
Wow.
much. We love you.
Sounds good.
You have bad taste in podcasts.
R34 Ali says, are you guys ever gonna come to Toronto? Bro, like
Six side.
let's
go.
do it. Let's do it. We'd love to be in Toronto. Toronto is
Ahmed's
Toronto is
homeland.
where it's happening.
My second home.
By
How
the way,
Toronto are you, Emma?
Well, I'm a Canadian citizen, so what does that tell you? Pretty Toronto,
the real,
right?
the real six guard.
Ahmed's turned onto.
That was really bad. I just want to see Balto.
Stop it. Stop it.
Where's Balto?
Okay. Ayan said, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. Okay.
Dang.
Thank you, Ayan.
What is that?
Wow, serial killer vibes.
None of these
Ayan
have been.
is standing.
Only one has been questioned. So
Okay, so what do we got here? Guys, what are these questions?
He looked at them
Opinions?
I
before
thought you
too.
looked at him before.
I know, but like I forgot how many there were. That's just like not questions. Okay, so XZ Khan says, opinions on Shamima Begum. So Shamima Begum is that
Who-
girl
who
that
is
like
this?
that she got recruited by ISIS
Oh,
on
the one
Twitter.
that's trying to come back?
She's trying to come back into the country, but Trump is like,
Recruited by ISIS on Twitter.
mhm.
That's
like, did they have like an application out? Like, hey guys, just looking for a new member.
They should
on
have a-
Twitter.
Yo,
Make sure you can meet.
they should have
Send
a-
us a video of you blowing something up.
Oh
and
my
we
Could you
can send
imagine?
Like, what?
Could you imagine they're on LinkedIn now? Like,
ISIS
So,
on LinkedIn.
so the question is like, Trump doesn't want to let her back in, but her lawyers are saying that like, no, she's a citizen. So
They
it's,
could-
it's
part
a
of
weird
what's the one?
situation.
Wait,
where
so
it's like-
she's officially part of ISIS?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. But like, you know, the whole thing behind this is like the way that they target people is like, they are pretty much everyone wants clout these days, and ISIS is offering that clout,
Yeah.
and like there's a way to be to have your name known and do it in the name of whatever they're trying to promote.
I feel like ISIS is like a popular fraternity or something.
So actually, like if you look at their magazine, it's actually very well designed. This is not a joke. Like if you ever look at it, like it's very. They actually take this like we
have a
we think of it
magazine?
as a joke. Yeah,
They're like a media company too.
I didn't know
it's
that
very
at all.
so like that's what we make fun of it. Like, oh, like how could you fall into this trap? But like they actually have strategies to target like, you know, young girls like this or young men, which like their recruiting process, like there's a reason why people are going, and it's like they're brainwashing them in these ways that it's like they present themselves as a whole thing. It's like you know the fire festival.
Fraternity.
You guys know that
crazy.
fire festival
That's
that went
crazy.
wrong with Ja Rule?
Yeah,
They're like the fire festival of like media companies. It's just like all fake BS that have their own sort of like agenda, but they make it so that they like they appeal to clout chasers.
With Fire
crazy.
Festival, there
But
was no
weird.
outcome.
You
Like
know- you
this,
know-
they're actually doing like bad stuff.
Right,
But
right.
you know, like this thing, like her saying that she's a citizen. You know, like back in like the Cold War, if they call like spies and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like
that-
you're done.
What? Yeah, there's like a word for it. I can't remember.
Espionage?
Espionage. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could say that. They could literally say that, and she would have no defense.
Yeah, if
What
she,
defense
like,
is you gonna be like,
if,
no, I
if she
didn't
was
say
taken
that?
hostage, that's different. But since she actually went through, I don't think it's safe to actually let her come back.
Oh yeah, she definitely shouldn't come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
No. Okay, so that's our opinion.
Hope your job at ISIS goes
like,
well.
Shamima, like, you
What
gotta
is your
chill.
salary income? You get paid overtime. What is the
All right,
benefits?
Saba Rahman
401k?
said, "Hi Saba." She says, "Does Kiki love you?" It depends who Kiki is.
Is this the Drake
could be-
meme? Like Kiki?
Yeah, is this like
It could be,
Kiki?
This is
uh,
pretty old. We have Tatiana now.
Kim.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, Tatiana's the new love.
Why'd you say
Kiki's-
so desi?
Kiki's old news.
Tatiana.
Tatiana.
Okay. Neha Gurugu says, well, she asked a million questions, but we'll take this one. How do you tell your brown parents that you don't want to be a doctor without disappointing them? LOL.
You don't.
Oh, that's
You
really
just
You don't
secretly
tell
have
them?
no,
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 I'm
no.
just-
I did
It's
that.
a lot easier than you think.
Yeah.
Okay, explain, Ahmed. You're still trying to be a doctor.
Well, no, actually, let me explain that. I told them I want to help people, so I said whatever path is like best for me. That if I change it, then it's like I'm gonna change it. So it's not like that's one of the options. I
Yeah.
think the best way to do it is be like, this is what I want to do. This is the career like future of it, and this is what I'm doing now to like, push my career towards this path. And I think that's what they want to see. They want to see like proof that like you're doing what you want to do, not just I want to do this, and it's like, okay, what are you doing right now to like promote yourself towards that career?
I
And
have
then
a
it's like,
solution.
what?
Take your parents to watch movies, especially Bollywood movies. I think that what's been happening in Bollywood movies recently is that there's a lot of promotion of kids chasing their dreams.
Mhm.
And like we just saw Gully Boy, right? So if you wanted to be a rapper, for example, like they see parents, brown people, they don't understand what rap is.
Yeah.
So if you had been trying to be a rapper or whatever, and then you're like, hey guys, there's this new Bollywood movie out, let's go watch it. They go watch it, and then they see like, wait, this is what you do, son. That's same thing.
No,
I think I like.
but they're gonna be like, yeah, but he's doing it. He's already up there. Like, this is a once in a lifetime. You're not gonna.
No,
do
but
it.
They're
they're
one
gonna
in a
think
million
about
type
it.
thing.
You know
They're
the
gonna hit
movie
you with
Three
that.
Idiots? 3 Idiots is all about the pressures that college students go through when it comes to all of their exams, pressure from their parents,
And the
making
competition that's in the
competition,
schools,
and so then they can at least like if you try to tell them these things,
They're gonna be like, no.
they're not
we
gonna
don't
they're not gonna understand. If they see it in a movie and everyone around them is enjoying the movie and they're understanding it, they're gonna be like, wait a second,
I think
something is going on here. At least it'll spark something because
No,
it's always easier.
I do agree with that, but I think the whole thing, like, you need to show them like that you're actually like doing something towards it, not just saying that I want to do this.
Yeah.
I think that's another key. I do agree with the movie thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that, but that's a great idea.
My mom made a deal with me. She was like, all right, if you don't want to be a doctor, then you have to let me pick your wife.
Oh, God.
I was like, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Little does she know he already is married like 50 times.
Did you guys see Gully Boy, by the way? Ahmed, you didn't.
Yeah, I did
I
not.
You
saw
saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, like it's a based on a true story about like, this guy who comes from like the slums and tries to become a rapper. It's super dope. There's a lot of like messages of loyalty and dedication in there. But it was funny that after the movie ended, it was very inspirational for especially like us, because I think trying to be South Asian rappers, like at least growing up, like I didn't have anybody to look up to that looked like me. And it was only maybe like within the last few years that I found out that there are other brown rappers.
Yeah.
There, like Nav says that he's the first one to get it pop in. We have like people like Anik. There's a lot of different. Who's the Jay Sean? That was, I mean, he's not a rapper, but like a lot of different brown boys that were kind of coming up, but we didn't really know of them. They were
Yeah.
working on it, but we didn't really know. But so it was inspiring for us to watch that like this is really becoming a scene, and people more so are accepting it within our own communities, because before, like, there was actually no South Asians that really like supported what we were doing. Like, I don't know about you, but like at least I didn't see any like Pakistanis or Indians that were like really supporting me as a rapper from back home. I'm saying over here in US, like, they're very supportive, but back home they're like, they don't really get it.
Yeah, they're like, what is rap?
Yeah, but now it's becoming more like acceptable, which is really cool to see.
Especially after this movie, it's gonna be like a huge wave, I feel like.
Yeah,
And
which
what
is cool.
was what was ironic and kind of cool, after the movie was over, we were leaving, and then this guy came up to my brother and he was like, "Yo, I've seen you rap on YouTube too." And he was like, "Oh, dang." So it was like full circle type of thing.
Dang.
Yeah, that was a really cool
Whoa.
moment.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
I
happened
didn't know
right
about
after,
that.
and I was with Saad, and like the whole theme of that movie is "Apna time aayega," which means
Yeah.
my time will come. And then so this guy is talking, and it was crazy because we just walked out of the movie, and he was like, "Yo, like, I love what you do and this and that." And then Saad is kind of like standing behind me smiling, and then when the guy leaves, Saad just looks at me and goes, "Apna time aayega." And it was like, that was a really dope
Bars.
moment.
Yeah.
Dang.
Bars.
So yeah, okay, let's move on to the next question. So Sid Malik says, do you have any strange or unique phobias?
I have a phobia of like locking doors. Like I don't know why, like, but I just have to make sure a door is locked. And sometimes it gets like super annoying if I'm like leaving like real quick out of the door and I need to come back in. I
That's
lock
not a
myself
phobia,
out.
that's like OCD.
Screw off.
You don't have
Phobia
a
is
phobia
like-
of locking doors.
it's
That
like-
would mean that you're afraid
like
to
a-
lock
like a
doors.
fear.
Like
I have-
scared of like.
Oh, I have telephonophobia. So that's like
Oh,
fear
he does
of
have that.
What is that?
He doesn't like talking on the telephone. I don't know
Yeah.
why he's weird.
You know what? I don't believe that. I feel like when you tell yourself you have something like that, you actually like buy into it.
I would say yeah, but what is it? Claustrophobic. Like, I don't like being in tight spaces. Like,
Mhm.
if you lock me up, like, I can't. Like, if I'm like in a
This
box.
is good. Now we know.
But you sleep like in a claustrophobic position.
But I know, like, I'm free. Like, if I
I know I'm free.
You take your
I know I'm free.
like 20-foot body and make it into like 2 inches
Yeah.
when you're sleeping, all curled up like a little snail.
like, imagine being on a roller coaster, right? And like the guy like leaves and like locks you in and everything. Like, I just start freaking out, and you're stuck there for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you get free rides.
That's not claustrophobic though. That's just
You're
being
locked. You're locked in.
Yeah, claustrophobic is
You're
when you're
scared of
in
that?
I
that
think
happened
you
to
guys
me.
should collaborate
happened to
on
me.
your phobia.
And it was
Getting
terrifying.
locked?
Everyone was freaking out.
Wait,
on
that
the
happened to
road.
you?
Yeah, that happened to us. Like, the guy was just like, "Oh, let me like talk to my boss for a second," and he like already strapped us in,
Uh-huh.
you know. And he was like, "Oh, let me just talk to my boss real quick."
Where
It-
was this?
What do you
it was
mean,
like
like-
some random.
That's why. Why are you
One.
going random?
You need to get to go approved, verified.
But
Six
you
Flags.
see how that's scary, right? Like,
I
Wait,
would be
wait,
the
so you
reverse
went
in
on-
that
hold
situation.
on.
Like like every time I'm on a roller coaster, I have to make sure that it's locked in, even after they
no,
lock it,
obviously,
I'm like,
yeah. But what if you're locked in, can't move, and you're not like in a roller coaster? Like, I'm not afraid that I'm gonna
What do you
fall
in, a
out. I'm
grocery
What do you?
cart?
Yeah. Wait, what are you
what?
in? Like, what? I don't get it. Explain what you're scared
You're
of.
locked.
He's just-
you can't
he's just-
move.
Yeah, he
Oh,
can't move.
You can't
You don't know what's
oh.
going on.
I mean, I would be
Okay.
worried if it was like in the middle of the roller coaster or something like that. But if it was in the
No, that's
beginning,
good.
No,
you want
you
it.
want-
like-
oh, I can't move. I'm on the ride. I need to get out.
if you just get stuck like while it's like in a loop. or
No,
something
he's not
like that.
talking about the roller coaster being stuck. He's
Yeah.
talking about the
being
claustrophobic
locked.
position of being like stuck and like you don't know what's going on.
Oh,
It's
I
like
don't
too
mind
tight.
that.
That's
Yeah.
oh, okay. I see what
Okay,
you're saying.
it's not about you don't mind that. We don't mind that we don't have to lock doors. It's his phobia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say.
You're like, oh, I don't mind that. He does.
I'm saying like I'm comparing our phobias. Like I would be the reverse in that.
The thing is,
situation.
I feel that if it's moving too, like, I don't care that I'm locked
Oh,
in if it's
interesting.
moving. But if you're stuck there, don't know what's going on, then it's like, what the heck?
No phobias. I mean, I don't like germs, but no phobias.
I actually had a phobia. I guess of snakes. Believe it or not.
No way.
No.
Yeah, I actually used to be
Really?
really scared.
This
That's
guy loves
why.
snakes.
Okay, I love them
this
because
guy's brother nature.
Brother nature.
because I
And
was so
nature.
scared of them, and I was like, why am I so scared of them? I was scared when I was a little kid because I had an instance where like there was a cobra and I almost died. So I'm not even kidding.
When did
Wait,
this
what?
happen?
When did this happen?
This was before I actually came here.
This was darker.
So I was like
times.
In
4 and a half.
Canada and
You got
Pakistan.
bit?
No, in Pakistan.
You got bit
okay.
by a cobra?
I didn't get bit, but it was like literally like 3-4 feet, and it like went up, and like ever since then I always like had that picture in my head, like I could have died, like it would have just put his fangs.
Where
in me.
were you?
I was in the fields. My grandfather had a huge farm.
Okay.
So I was in there.
Whoa.
Well, bringing that up,
And
that
then-
that brings up another phobia of mine. I just hate insects, like bugs. Can't do it.
Anyway, before I was interrupted rudely. But ever since then I was scared, and then like I really liked like animals and stuff, but that was the one animal I was like no. And then I was like, you know what? I just started watching all these documentaries, and I got to like see some snakes, stuff like that, and figure out like they're not all venomous and they're not all harmful. So ever since then I'm like I liked them, but I was very afraid of them. Like,
My boy's a
deathly afraid.
Survivor.
Thank you. Deathly afraid.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
You made it.
Made it to what?
Cobra King.
I didn't do anything.
Cobra King
Crew.
Ameth.
Oh, was it G.I. Joe?
Here's Dower writing in a question, but not really. He's just saying, shout out Dower. He's cute.
Whoa, thank you,
I
whoever
agree.
said that.
You wrote it. I
Dang.
just said that.
I
You had to
agree.
shout out yourself. What a loser.
Hadia says, what is the worst way someone has pronounced your name? You probably get this a lot,
No,
Shamir.
Yo.
actually, white people are really good with my name.
You
Really?
mean Sean?
Because I have the hyphen, so it just makes everything easier.
That's
Oh.
true.
The worst I've ever gotten was a substitute that came in and said Ferrari. I don't know where she got that from.
I mean, that's hype. I would have
Dude,
gone with it.
She was like, she looked
Ferrari.
at it real quick. Ferrari, Amir. I'm like, is you dumb?
What's your
Emma.
Okay, Ahmed was the worst because ever since that Ahmed the dead
Was
terrorist
it a white
thing-
person?
Yeah, ever
Oh
since
my
that
God,
came up,
dude,
like,
they did that
yo,
on purpose.
Ahmed. I'm like, you know how to say my name. Like, you
Ahmed.
know how to say it. I've heard
That's
you
not
say
too far off from like the correct pronunciation though. Like
No,
it's,
but
it's
they-
actually like
they
Ahmed.
specific, yeah, but they would specifically
like
said it
Ahmed.
Ahmed.
because that one like
Right.
Jeff Dunham, is that
Jeff
what
Yeah,
Dunham,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Ever since then, for like a period of time, it was that, and then it was just like back to normal.
I get the same.
Dewar?
Yeah, no, Dewar. Yeah, that's the same. Like
The war,
The war.
the first one or the second war.
what? Oh my god, that was so lame.
That was actually pretty good.
The
No,
I
that
like
was so
that.
lame.
Myra says, "I love listening to your podcast. They're really entertaining. Thank you, Myra."
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like how we say thank you.
Nancy says, "Love you guys. Thank you."
Thank
We are
you.
actually taking over the podcast
Thank
now.
you.
This one is funny. It says, I think Gully. I don't know how you say your name. If you woke up and you were Gora, which means white. So if you woke up and you were white, what would be the first thing you do?
Have Starbucks.
Emma, you do that anyways.
Whoa.
At Starbucks.
Take a jog in some nice short
in the
shorts.
cold weather.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't do that.
Wear shorts outside,
Yo,
and just a t-shirt.
If it was Gora and I had a dog, it's like you're in a different
Oh my
family.
God,
Or like,
even
just-
dogs, bro.
like you woke up in a different family, or you just woke up and your pigment is white.
You guys are too
You take it
technical,
too
bro.
technical.
I need
Make
to
it
know.
what you want to make it.
Yeah, if I like
Okay,
randomly
you can have a
woke up,
dog. You want a dog?
I'd be
Have
like,
a
well, I
dog.
have a dog now. That'd be hype.
That's it? You want a dog?
Yeah, that's all I need.
And have it lick your face and
No,
have it
I'm
jump
not
on the
about that.
bed.
I'm
Oh,
not
wear
about that.
shoes inside.
Yo, and also
Take shoes on the bed.
in all seriousness, like I'd probably like advocate for like all the other races. Use my power to like.
I would
Spread
enjoy. I would
there
enjoy
are white people that
privilege.
do that, and
I
they're
know.
great.
Yeah.
And they're the real heroes.
But like we
real
understand
ones.
like about I guess brown, like what is it like being brown?
yeah.
So we like know how to.
What's the white
Exactly.
culture? You could like
If
try
I
to figure
woke
that
up
out.
white, bro, if you wake up white, you do all the crimes. They don't get in trouble for anything.
That's what you
enjoy
want.
white
You
privilege.
want
all
to
the
do crimes?
Yeah,
He's
they
like,
don't get in
here's
trouble
a
for
list
anything.
of crimes I need to do today.
on his crime list instead of a bucket list.
Literally,
Crime
they
list.
get in trouble for nothing.
Maybe run for office.
He's gonna come home. His mom's like, "All right, David, make sure you're home by 7."
And it's like, shut up, mom, go kill yourself. And that's what they do.
shut up,
And
Mom.
talk back to your parents.
Yeah.
Talk back to your
Nothing
parents.
happens
Bro,
to you.
if you're
See?
white and listening to this, we're so sorry.
Literally, think of any crime.
No, this is privilege. Like they have. I'm highlighting like great things that they can do.
Yeah.
AKA anything that they want
But
to do.
you can't dance.
Oh, dang. Or
Yikes.
dunk.
I'm sorry.
Or dunk.
Or
Boy,
dunk.
we can't even dunk.
Relax.
I'm over here like, oh, Michael Jordan. I was like, hold up, pause.
Well, I can dunk on 9 feet.
Okay. Zia Art just says, "I'm confused about things."
Wait,
So
what?
are we.
She's
That's
confused.
so are we.
Yeah, we are too. Everyone's confused.
Okay, so if you wake up in life and you're just like, you know what, I'm confused. Like, let's take this seriously. Like,
Okay.
say
Okay.
she didn't know how to do any, like, she didn't know what to write because she's just like, I'm confused about things.
Dude, that's still me.
Whoa.
Okay, you're not, because
Whoa.
I think this is a serious question. I'm trying to
No,
take it as
I'm
a joke.
not.
I don't know if it's a serious
I'm
question,
not
but
taking it as a joke. I literally said, I'm
What are you
but I want to
confused
say,
about?
I want to say, no, you
Huh?
don't just. Oh, you're asking him?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
What are you like confused about?
I just like freak out every day. Like, what if I'm not on the right path that I'm supposed to be on and stuff like that?
Whoa.
Like,
Okay, so I
what
think
am
that's the thing. Like, okay, you're taking, I think when you're confused about things, quote unquote, you're measuring yourself to society, right? And how the society around you is moving. So I think that the main thing is that, like, in order to function in society, the basic needs is you need a source of income to be able to pay for, your basic necessities, right? That is like, okay, so there's a lot of options for that depending on like what you're able to do. I think take what you can have, and then from there work on like, okay, I want to actually work a job like this, whatever. That's something you're more passionate about. Take that route. In the meantime, secure that, and then see like what is bothering you. What are you confused about? Is it that you don't have interest in life? Is it that you don't have friends? Is it that you are overweight, underweight? What is it? And then after that, I think the best thing that you can do is like join groups. Like, I think that they say that whenever you move to a new place, you should start.
Just join a cult. Okay.
The snail cult. Welcome.
Snail community?
But
Yeah,
keep
join.
going.
Right? They say like
It's like
join
groups.
organizations,
Yeah.
groups, because then that way, like, you are. Say you join like a fitness group or like a photography club,
Try
a yoga,
different
whatever.
things.
Try different things, yeah. And then from there, you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna be like, maybe that you can talk to, like, hey, like, I'm new here, could you show me around? And then they introduce you to people, and the whole thing is like, if you're confused, you gotta like get out of your shell, and you gotta just break it down, write things down. I think that's a huge thing. If you start writing it down, it'll become more free. But if you bottle it up, it's going to become really hard to process and manage. That's what I have to say. You guys have anything?
No, I agree.
Wow.
I was gonna say, like, I would take it one step at a time though. Like you said, write it down. Be like, okay, this is something I can like try to work on or like fix very quickly. So let me do that. Because I think the other thing is, if you take a long-term goal, right, and the process is very long-term, you might go in this like depression or like, any other state of mind that's not like healthy for you, and you might just give up on everything else.
You
So I
have
think
to
it's good to
of
do
the
like
big
little
picture.
things,
Yeah.
and then like slowly work your way up. Because then you have a little more confidence. Because if you're in that state already, it's like you're already kind of, you might be fragile.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And break out of your comfort zone,
Yeah, I agree.
like consistently, every day.
Break out of that.
You only
shit
have
hole.
one life.
Yeah.
So
YOLO.
there's nothing to, like, if you think about it, there's really nothing to fear.
There's always
We're
there's
just
always,
after talking about
here's-
phobias.
No,
Nothing to
I'm
fear.
serious, but you know what
Everything
I'm
can
saying?
be
Like,
fixed.
everybody
And-
dies.
yeah, but everything can also be fixed. I think like the biggest thing is people.
I don't think everything can be fixed.
I think
I think everything can be dealt, like, you
Or
can
dealt with,
you
sorry,
can learn
yeah.
to deal with it.
Deal
You
with
can't
it,
fix everything. There's a lot of things that are broken and they're gonna be broken, but there's definitely like, you could always learn to deal with it, process
Yeah,
it. Like,
I think
Like
that's what I
in
meant,
Gully
like-
Boy, like he was in, like what he said, like about being in the situation. Like he's like, I'm in this situation, but I'm gonna do something to get myself out of this situation.
Oh, it was
Remember?
I don't want to change my dream based on my reality. I want my reality
Yeah.
be my dream.
that's dope. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay. If you have a more specific thing that you're confused about, feel free to write it into us. We hope that
What if
helps.
she was?
If that
joking?
wasn't
Yeah,
serious,
what if
Turned
she's
it
just like,
into a-
what? How?
Well,
What is a
there's-
Q&A?
What is life?
The thing
I'm
is,
confused.
there's probably people out there that wanted to hear that. So
Yeah, that's true. I
if
wanted
it
to hear
applied
that.
to you,
Jay
that's
would
cool.
want to hear it.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
IGUL says, will you guys also come to UConn? Also, I love you guys. Yeah, bring us out.
University
We'd love to
of
be
Connecticut,
in Connecticut.
The
Let's go.
the Huskies.
Huskies.
Man, Mariam is asking a lot of crazy questions. Okay, let's see. When a cyclops closes its eye, is it considered blinking or winking? Well, if it's closing its eyes, it's neither.
It's blinking.
It's the duration
But-
of how long the eyes are closed.
No,
a
it's
wink
based
is
on
a
the
quick,
smile.
A wink is a quick, like, boom.
It's based
Yeah.
on the smile, right? He has to be smiling.
No.
to-
No. A
I
wink,
never smile when I
a
wink.
wink is
Yeah,
like
I don't
very
smile when I
quick.
wink.
A wink is very
Like-
quick, and
Sometimes I do, but
Do the
mostly
wink?
I don't.
Do the wink.
But I feel like winks
You don't
start.
do that.
I feel like winks
don't
start
do
at
that.
like
That's
the
very creepy.
corner of your eye.
Do I smile when I wink?
I don't think so.
It's
Wink?
very
When
creepy.
I wink at
just
you, I'm
wink.
like,
Yeah, he does do that, but it's not like a smile.
I don't smile when I wink.
I agree with
But
that.
I feel like the actual like premise
The
of it, like
muscle.
the muscle, winks start at the corner. Like if you think about it, like slowly, and
Oh,
then it
it's
goes like
like
to the
right
middle,
here?
and
Like right
blinks
here?
are right.
It
in the
depends
middle.
which eye you
You feel
wink
that?
with. But if you're a cyclops, then you don't have a corner.
I
you
think
don't
you
have
do.
corners.
I
You
think
do
a
have corners,
cyclops.
but like you don't have like your left eye. You're gonna start with this side. Your right eye. You're gonna start with that side.
But it's
A
not about the
cyclops-
side. It's
But
like,
that's what he's saying.
No, I'm saying it's like for us, it's not about the side which eye you use. It's still a wink, left or right.
Yeah.
So on the Cyclops, it still has a left and right.
I think the
What
difference
if
between
his,
a
like,
blink,
roll in
a
like
wink,
this?
and you sleeping is the duration of how or
It
the
depends on
time.
the context.
Yeah,
of like
and
if
also
if
the
I
time.
if the Cyclops like is saying like, "Yo, I got you," and then
Wink.
closes his eyes, I'm gonna take that as a wink.
Dude, this is an amazing question.
All right, she has more.
This is amazing.
No, we're not gonna do this one.
This is strange
it-
flavors
we're not-
material right here.
Is
Like,
a hot dog a sandwich?
Ooh.
No, it's a hot
Yeah.
dog.
It's a sandwich.
It's
No,
a
it's a
sandwich.
sandwich.
Because bread on top and bread on bottom. And
Or on
a
the
meat in
side.
the
It's
Yeah.
middle.
not on top and bottom.
No,
it's on the
it-
sides.
People hold it.
No,
people
you hold it.
like this. People also
don't do
hold it
that.
like this.
Don't do that.
He's doing the motion on YouTube. Check it out.
Yeah, it's a sandwich. I don't know, that one was that.
Subway, right? Like if you just rotate it, isn't it like there's still
Like
like
a
a
big
big
hot dog.
Then wouldn't
Yeah.
Subway be considered a hot dog too? Like, Shady, come on. You literally could just turn it.
Dude, don't do the
well,
motions.
well, hey, is a taco a sandwich?
Yeah. Why not?
No, it's not. It's not a sandwich.
See, now you're
Why?
stretching.
Why?
That's not a sandwich.
What's the definition of a sandwich? Something in the
Because
middle,
it's
something on
it's
top.
the same
and bottom?
as a hot dog, right? Like the hot dog's connected, right?
Yeah, the taco's also connected.
What's going
so
on
the
over
tacos
here
are-
with the visuals too?
Connected.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up the definition of a
Like
sandwich.
connecting.
Yeah, look that up.
I
that
need
up.
to know.
You know, at Subway they call the employees sandwich artists.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty cool.
finesse.
But no,
Whoa.
a taco is definitely not a sandwich. A
Why?
sandwich is because it has different. Because the like okay,
It's bread.
So then a roti roll is a roti roll a sandwich?
They can call it that.
No,
All
it's
right,
not.
the official.
Sandwich.
Okay, it says an item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling between
Okay,
them,
so hot
eaten
dog is
as a
not.
light
Hot dog's
meal.
not a sandwich.
Why not?
Hot dog's a
It
single
says
bun.
2 pieces.
Yeah. it's
Wait,
a
where's the
single bun.
definition from? Food Inc.
Dictionary.com.
Okay, so that's credible. It's
Why don't you look up is a hot dog a sandwich? We need to see that. Because look, it depends on the culture. If your culture is not calling it a sandwich, then it's not a sandwich.
Wait,
like even
take
in,
oh yeah, go ahead.
like
Sorry.
in Mexico, right? They're not calling tacos sandwiches, but they have sandwiches in Mexico. In Pakistan, they have sandwiches, and then they have roti rolls and shami kebabs and things like that. Those aren't sandwiches. They're not called. So we're calling them sandwiches.
Yeah.
For our
Well, that's anything.
understanding.
Like
That's
you,
anything, yeah.
No, but a
define it, like-
sandwich.
no, but like, look, a water bottle. I can call it a Coke if I want to.
no,
No,
Yeah, you
that's
can,
not how
because
it
it's
works.
how you define something. That's
No,
what
no,
you
no.
said.
But we're telling
No.
you what the
Like
universal
you're
thing
not a
of
person.
sandwich
But you're
is.
not a person. You're just.
Okay,
We're
your
all
toy.
wrong though.
Think
We're
of
all
your
wrong
toy.
though. Because the
What's the
definition.
definition?
I
What
wasn't
did it
wrong.
say?
I
What
said
did it
It's
say?
a 2 pieces, right?
It's giving me these bogus things like because the national hot dog or whatever is saying like it's not a sandwich, it's
So I
just
was
pure
right.
joy and this. What kind of explanation is that's why I exited. It said it on 3 different
No,
articles.
but I
Does
was right.
sandwiches not
According
give
to
you pure joy?
dictionary.com, I was right.
it's 2
Hot
pieces
dog
of
is
bread
not a
according
with
to
meat
dictionary.
and cheese, right?
Yeah.
Or any other filling.
Okay, so-
when you get a hamburger or a sandwich bun, right? It's connected, right?
No,
on
they
the
split
back.
I'm gonna-
It's connected on
I'm
the
gonna-
back.
I'm gonna
and you have
agree
to
with you.
They
break-
split it.
No, I'm
They
gonna agree
split
with
it,
him.
but
It's not a sandwich, bro.
But
Because
you
look,
don't split a
if,
hot dog.
if we were like, yo, let's
you
have some
can.
sandwiches.
You don't have to split
Hey,
a sandwich
But
either.
if you did, then it would
Hey,
be. a
if you
hot
said like, yo, for
sandwich.
us, let's have some sandwiches, and you brought me hot dogs, I'd be like, no, bro, you said sandwiches. These are hot dogs.
But we're talking
Yeah.
specifically
True.
from a definition standpoint.
Yeah, so
right?
it's not.
But
It is.
He's
It's
right.
still-
in
it-
between 2 pieces of bread.
It's
Which
not,
it's not.
It's a hot dog, bro.
No,
It's
okay.
not a sandwich.
When you
It's
go to the
not.
grocery store and you buy the buns, right? They're connected from the back, so they're 1 piece of bread.
You could make a-
break
you could
them
make a
and
sandwich.
You make them 2
That's
pieces.
when
you
it
can make a
becomes a sandwich.
sandwich out of that.
You can do that to a hot dog too. You can break
Yeah,
it in the
but
middle.
that's
until
not
you do
usual.
that, it's a hot dog.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Until
yeah.
you do
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
it's still a hot dog.
But then
I
that
agree.
means every sandwich is a hot dog until
no,
no, because it's also connected from the back.
No.
It's also connected from the back.
Yeah.
All right, let's do.
I was
Mariam,
with
Mariam,
you,
I'm
and
gonna
then
look up the
after-
definition of a hot dog.
Mariam, you were killing us with these questions. Those
These
were
are
pretty good.
amazing.
It's
All
like
right.
a bun with a long schlong in it.
Oh my god.
All right, let's do this last one here. Comes from, Ganaya. Sorry, I'm so sorry. If you could give each other a profession or career based on personality, what would it be and why? That's pretty cool.
Dour clown.
Clown. I want to be a clown.
I think Daur would be like a. You ever see that fitness trainer from Norbit who's like, he's like really out there. He's wearing like the tank top with the short shorts.
Yeah.
He has the
Very
headband
neon
on,
colors.
and he's like all over
So those
everybody.
infomercial
High
fitness
socks.
people.
I think
Yeah.
he'd be one of those.
And he has 2-pound dumbbells all the time.
I'm gonna say.
What was the question?
I'm gonna say Ahmed would be a mall cop.
Paul
Wait,
Blart.
no.
Hello.
Everybody go down. So a single person. So Emma, what would you consider? He said clown. He says the
No,
fitness.
I like that. I'm gonna go with his. That's a good.
I don't even know what the question was. I was too
Give
busy on
each
the
other
hot dog.
Give each other
profession.
a career or a profession
Based on personality.
Yeah, based on personality.
So what would
Oh.
you give me?
God. Like a yoga instructor or something.
Yoga instructor.
Yeah.
Yoga. He's too wild for a yoga instructor.
Okay, Emma.
No, he'd be like, yeah, you know.
Emma's a mall cop.
No. Let me tell you what Ahmed is. Ahmed is Steve Irwin, but like he's a brother nature, so he
Oh.
would pretty much be like an animal
Dude, I would love that. That'd
Animal
be
Planet
amazing.
type person.
Okay.
I'm down for that. Sign me
What
up.
did you give him?
Mall cop.
Mall
Mall
cop.
cop, and what'd you say?
I'm gonna go with mall cop too.
Yo, stop
That's a
stealing people. Think of your own.
He stole mine both
Alright.
times.
My brother. I see you as a college
And,
professor.
oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see myself as like Thanos.
Oh my
Thanos.
Simon
you see
Cowell.
I was gonna say a model, but
A model? Okay.
Jeez, don't gas me, bro. Don't gas me like that, B.
I was being serious.
Come
But
on.
was he on Fine Daisies?
Fine.
Oh, cello. Dude, I'm gonna make a channel called Finer Daisies and just put all that shots at me.
Frost would be at a hair salon.
Hairstylist.
Oh, yeah. I agree with
Hello,
that.
my name is Faras.
So my name
The
is
problem is
Ferrari.
the problem is I wouldn't know what to do. Like
My name is Ferrari. Welcome to my salon.
they'd be like, oh, I want to get my hair like yours, and I'd be like, jeans, bro, get out of here. That's it. Because people ask me
You
like,
would
yo,
be
what are you
roasting
using?
them. Like, what are you bringing in?
What kind of hair is this?
What kind of hair is this? Get out.
What kind of hair is
All right, what is Shamir? I say Shamir is one of the, you know those guys that have those giant stilts that they walk on?
Nah.
Shamir is the stilt.
Let me tell you who Shamir
Shamir's
is.
Geek Squad.
You know those people?
Geek
you know
Squad. I
those
seen the
people?
Geek
What are they
Squad.
called? They like show people around.
Tour guides?
Tour guide?
Tour guides?
Tour guides for like
Tour guides.
zoos, because they're like hella enthusiastic.
Tour guide for
Oh.
a nursing home.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
that'd be amazing. Like, all right, this is on Becky.
This is on Becky. On Becky is no longer breathing. Somebody please check up on Becky.
And he's like, and you're next.
Oh my god.
You might get this premium space. We don't know yet. You gotta sign quick.
On the real, I see Shamir like, I mean, he's already kind of been in the space, but like as like very IT sort of
Yeah,
techie
that's what
guy.
I said, Geek Squad.
Oh, you said Geek Squad?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Geek Squad at Best Buy.
Geek Squad, yeah.
And who's
Oh,
like
yeah.
really enthusiastic about
Yeah.
his job.
He's
So like,
Yeah.
I go to people's houses. I'm like, oh my god, you got all these cables.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like there to do the cables, but then you'd end up playing like PlayStation with like the guy's son or something. He's like, yeah, I love this game. And
Add
then
me.
Like, and then the guy's like, come on, man, like you're not here for this. I got places to be. He's like, oh, it's okay. Like you can not
don't.
pay me this time. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I gotta
like
go.
just
It's
looking
like,
for
"Oh, that's fine."
friends from Geek Squad.
Geek Squad.
I think Geek Squad is perfect.
All right, that wraps up the questions. Thank you guys again for sending those in. Look forward to us coming up at our shows or bring us out. A lot of people a lot of you guys asked us to come out to your cities. So if you want to do that, you know, you can always bring us out. We have the email in the description of how you can contact us and book us for shows and events. Other than that, like of course, follow us on social media, rate our podcast on the Apple Podcast. We're on Anchor now, and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, so the hot dog, I looked it up.
Oh my god, bro.
It said, instead of saying any meat, it's specifically a Frankfurt. A Frankfurt, is that how you say it?
Frankfurt.
Yeah,
That's the hot.
like that's
the dog.
The hot dog, like that specific meat you have to do for it to be a hot dog. And then it's basically the same
Yo, if it's
definition
cold, is it a
sandwich.
cold dog?
See, this is why I'm saying tour guide. These are the types of jokes they crack.
You're right.
This is the type of jokes
On a
they crack.
safari
Yeah.
with one of those hats. Yeah.
They just
That'd be
say
good.
puns.
He'd be like, oh my
Dude,
gosh.
you could be
look,
my
it's a lion."
safari guide.
We haven't seen one all day.
Shamir, you could be my
Yo, let's
assistant
start a
safari
zoo.
guide. And dude, I'm so
Dude, that'd be
down.
a good combo.
Let's do it.
All right,
I could find the animals and you could like,
Ahmed,
look at that.
like,
look at
we got
that."
Ahmed facts over here, and then we got like Mr. Enthusiastic.
And then
That'd
you're
be
the
awesome.
clown.
He's our Jadu boy, keeping all the residents
All right.
clean.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to Strange Flavors. It's been another week.
Another flavor.
A little less stranger.
Hey, you got
Oh,
it.
okay.
a little less strange.
No, a little less
No,
stranger.
stranger.
Okay.
Stranger.
Yeah, right.
We'll see you next time. Peace.
Saludos.